Hey everybody, and welcome to a Big Brother spoiler show where we are going to be talking all about the live feed drama and things that have been happening since our show yesterday, because who the hell knew as soon as our show would end, literal chaos would break out in the house. Oh my god, we have so much to talk about. But look, if you missed any of our shows, you can check them all out at yourrealityrecaps.com/BB20. That is where I am posting the shows. After the fact, if you want to watch them live, you guys should fan us on YouNow, yourrealityrecaps.com/YouNow. Just become a fan over there. You get alerted every single time that we go live. And if you want to become a subscriber over there, then you can watch the shows back instantly. You don't have to wait for me to put them on the website or YouTube or iTunes. And subscribers this month, you're again entered to win Orwell. Subscribers this month, you are all entered to win an Orwell again. And our second giveaway, same exact thing as last month. All of the autographs from the party, the aluminum cup, it's in there. You believe me. I feel like I'm sick of showing that off like I'm Vanna White. So that's what the #1 fans are all being entered to win again this month. Leslie, currently the #1 fan on this show. But look, if you guys want to help support our shows, also consider becoming a patron at yourrealityrecaps.com/patron. You get access to the patron-only shows every single week, prize giveaways, the patron-only Facebook group where we can talk about stuff we can't talk about here, and the after shows with the house guests. After we're live here on YouNow for everyone, we go to an after show in the patron group where, let's face it, all the tea comes out. Or maybe you're just rich, you can always do a one-time donation at yourrealityrecaps.com/PayPal. We really appreciate your support. It is what keeps us going. So look, I know that we have lots of feeds to talk about, and I thought we should talk about it with your most favorite person to talk live feeds with. Of course, I'm referring to Sam the Robot. How you doing, Sam?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Great, thanks, Sam. Sam, your voice sounds a little weird.
Well, I've been in the house for a while. I lost my accent.
Oh, I thought you were busy, like, giving women empowerment speeches, and it made your voice sound like that.
Well, I like to talk about how great women are, and I like to put them up on a pedestal. And sometimes I like to talk about how little clothes they wear.
I would just like to take a moment to give a special shout out to Senile O'Broad in the chat room, who says, Sam, your lips aren't moving. I know, Senile O'Broad. I tried to animate it. Why do you think it took me a half an hour before I could start the show? Because I was trying to figure out how to animate it, but the animation wouldn't work. And I was like, oh my god, it's been 30 minutes. I just need to go live. So,
Sam's a little tired today.
Sam's a little bit tired. She came down with an awful case of face paralysis.
Yeah.
It's going to be all right, Sam. It's going to be okay. We're going to get you all fixed up for the next show.
Okay.
If you annoy me, I can, smack you.
Oh, you could, flick me across the screen. That would be great.
Oh, you want me to whip up another animation, I hear.
That should only take a few hours. You're good.
It should. It should only take a few hours. I think it's great. I hate the real Sam, says Angela in the chat room. I hear you. Oh, no, Susie said, I hear you, Susie. I hear you. But look, here's what I want to talk about, because when we ended the show yesterday, we were like, oh, what's going on? Who are the noms? And we were saying that the noms were Scotty and Rockstar, but we weren't 100% sure. Now, officially today, here we are. We are 100% sure that those are the nominations. However, all shit hit the fan moments after we ended yesterday's show when, much to our surprise, we found out that the winner of the hacker competition was Haley. Sam, are you surprised to find out it was Haley?
I'm really surprised because I thought that everybody was going to throw it to me so I could put myself on the cross and help the entire house out. I don't understand.
Why did nobody want to throw it to you, Sam, as we discussed in our house meeting show yesterday?
Because I clearly don't think things through, and it's not good for their game.
It was a horrible move, Sam. I cannot believe that Haley won. And more so than me not believing that Haley won, I cannot believe she has not told anybody. Much to what Leslie told me on Twitter yesterday, and then everyone attacked me. That's what I get for listening to Leslie. Apparently, she still, as of this moment, unless I missed something in the wee hours of the morning, Haley has not told anybody that she is the winner of this hacker competition yet. And I'm sorry, I have to give a lot of credit to her. As a 21-year-old, look, you are not a full developed human. I don't care what anybody says. You're 21 years old. I don't think you really understand life skills yet. I don't think you understand a lot at 21. I give Haley so much credit for how she's playing this game at 21 years old. She has to keep knocking away Fessy, who is like all over her all of the time. She has to try and save her alliance. She has to make good moves. She's not just giving in and being in a showman's for the hell of being in a showman's. She's playing the game really well. What do you think?
I agree. And I think she kind of came out of nowhere. I was surprised to see her making some of these moves, and I am so excited that she hasn't told anybody. Tyler didn't tell anybody. Still nobody knows. Everybody else that's told somebody, it's either come back to bite them or they've made stupid choices with it.
Right, and that's why I'm saying I think Haley is playing this game brilliantly. I mean, even 2 nights ago, she was in the storage room with Fessy, and they were literally having the conversation of, if you win the power app, the hacker app, the hacker competition, will you tell me? And Haley was like, of course I'll tell you. And Fessy was like, of course I'll tell you. Like, they swore up and down they would tell each other. Well, guess what? Haley ain't telling.
Yeah, and when the feeds came back, Brent was laying in bed, and some people were guessing, oh, maybe it's Brent and he's like trying to play it off. But no, he looked visibly upset, in my opinion.
He did. He looked visibly upset 100%. Now, the thing that I think shocked us, it shook us all to our core. I was floored. Twitter was floored. Everyone was losing their minds over the fact, okay, so wait. We were not clear 100% on yesterday's show as to what the actual powers of the hacker were, or we didn't have specific confirmation. Now we have specific confirmation. So what the hacker gets to do is they get to, one, nominate somebody, right? They get to replace a nominee on the block, which is huge because it happens after nominations. So they get to remove someone from the block and put someone that they want up in that person's place. That right there is the hugest power alone. As if that wasn't enough, they get to pick somebody that they want to be in POV. So then people were saying, we don't understand how the POV picks works. Well, it's basically the HOH is playing, the 2 nominees are playing, and then the hacker, so Haley gets to put 1 person up. And then Angela as HOH will draw 2 chips. And whatever chips she gets, those are the people that are playing. Unless it's one of the people who are already playing, then it becomes like house guest choice and they can pick who they want. So that's the way like the pick is going to work. But then lastly, and most importantly, they get to cancel a vote on eviction night. That is 3 humongous powers to give anyone in this game. Do you like it? Are you a fan of this power, Sam?
I think it's too much. I think it's too much power. I mean, one of those alone is and can be game changing. My one thing with the nullify 1 vote, do we have any clarification on, does she just have to pick a person or does she get to pick a person who is not voted for? Does that
Oh,
make
good
sense?
point. So you mean, does she get to say, I just want to cancel one vote against Rockstar, or is she saying, I literally want to cancel Sam's vote?
Exactly. Oh, don't cancel mine.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, I don't think they're out to trick them, but I mean, I guess the most simplest way, we don't have confirmation of how that's going to work. No, I would assume they're going to say cancel a vote against the person versus cancel a specific voter's vote, would be my guess.
That makes sense. But yeah, it all together is just too much power, I feel like, for one person. Any one of those is a decent thing, but all three is quite a lot. But I'm glad she's keeping it secret because this could really impact her game in a negative way if people find out, for sure.
Yeah, well, and I want to say I see a lot of people in the chat room. BB Fanish says it's too much power. BB Hyde says it's way too much power. Diane doesn't like it. Stacy is saying no, but I think she's saying no. She loves the power. Tang Lang's it's a huge power. Also, a lot of people do seem to think, I think for the most part, that this is too much power. It is ridiculous.
I will say one thing though, like I don't like all the gimmicks and extras. I like the old Big Brother without all the power apps and this and that. But I do think that it has contributed to some of the paranoia and drama that has been this season.
True.
They may not have fought as much if they weren't so paranoid about what was going on around them.
I do agree with you on that, but I think we could have had the same level of paranoia if it was simply you get to pull down a nom and put up who you want. I don't think we needed to throw in the POV and the canceling of the vote as well.
Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure.
It was just way, 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 way too much power. So I was stunned to find out that what Haley did was remove Scotty and put up Tyler. Who that? Look, I did not see that coming. I knew that Scotty said that he was going to put up Tyler. I know that there were rumblings of people saying that they really couldn't trust Tyler, but I did not think that Haley was one of those people. And this again goes back to where I say I give her a lot of credit. She's not discussing any of what she's doing right now with anyone in her alliance. She is like having to process all of this by herself, going through it all by herself. I don't know, maybe I'm stupid for thinking this is amazing that this 21-year-old is coming up with all this intense game strategy on her own, but I just think it's amazing. Like, were you surprised to find out she picked Tyler?
I was shocked because, I figured if they were going to put Tyler up or somebody was going to, it was definitely going to be a backdoor. But what amazes me is that she obviously knows that, in a sense, he's running the game and he's big competition. And so I was pretty shocked that she did put him up. Do I think he's going to go? Maybe not. But it was a good move on her part for her game.
Crystal B says false. Her and Rockstar said they would backdoor Tyler if they got HOH. Did they? All right, I guess I missed them saying that. I've never really heard Haley talk badly about Tyler. So it could be that. It could be he's running the game. Haley sees that he's running the game. Or I wonder, because of the fact that she took down Scotty and then replaced Scotty with Tyler, Tyler's theory in the house right now is that someone is trying to pit them against each other. Like, Tyler feels like, oh, we were such good friends, and I have a feeling I know who it is because there's only very few people that I told we were really close to Scotty. So the fact that there's only a few people who know how close we are, I can kind of narrow it down to who I think it is. But it's clear whoever did this is trying to pit us against each other. Now, of course, I mean, I'm going to assume, because Tyler didn't tell us, I'm assuming he's referring to Bailey and the fact that he told Bailey how close he was to Scotty in order to try and get Scotty on the block and didn't really mean it. But I think that could be a reason why Haley did it as well.
Yeah, or the fact maybe because he's a guy. It's another guy to get out of the house. And then I have seen as well people in the house that are thinking that it was Bailey that got the hacker comp.
Hmm.
So it is kind of being blamed on her, it looks like, to an extent with some of the house guests.
Yeah, it could be. And I saw who just said in the chat room, Anna B said hacker power is better than the cloud power by far. Well, it's apparently better than any of the apps. As far as I understood it, the way the hacker thing was presented to them is that hacker powers supersede app powers, which is why a lot of people were saying like it wasn't fair to Tyler. Like you gave Tyler this app that he's allowed to use, and then you put him in a scenario where here is this new nomination ceremony that you wouldn't possibly have known about or been able to factor into, and now your cloud power doesn't work for it, and oh look, you're on the block because of it.
Yeah, and the hacker power, it could work whether you were on or off the block. It
Mhm.
works well in your favor either way. And I do kind of think that it's unfair for Tyler. He was given that app, and if he can't use it for this, then what's the point?
I'm glad you're saying that it's unfair because I see a lot of people on Twitter also saying that they feel it's unfair. But here's the thing, I disagree. And I don't disagree just for the sake of disagreeing. Here's my point. Look, they were told what the hacker power was before the competition. I am sure that if Tyler went into the DR and said, look, I want to go in the cloud for the hacker thing, they aren't going to be like, no, you're not allowed. I think they would have been like, all right, if that's when you want to use your cloud power, we'll use it now. We'll put you in the cloud. I don't think they would have told Tyler, no, you can't use it during the competition. I mean, we'll never know. It's not like production's ever going to tell us if that was the case or not, but I just can't see production being like, no, you're not allowed to use your power if you want to.
Okay, so he could use it for regular nom or POV renom, like Crystal B said, but he can't use it to nullify the hacker nomination. But he would have had to know, but like you're saying, I get what you're saying. So he would have had to feel like he was in danger by anybody
Correct.
putting him up, and he didn't. So he probably didn't go to use it.
Courtney J says, how does the cloud power work? What the cloud power that Tyler has just means is he's, quote, in the cloud, which means he can't be nominated. So whenever the nomination ceremony is happening, whether it's the regular noms or the POV ceremony, he is not eligible to be nominated or a replacement. But here's the thing. Though that definition of you can't use it for noms or POV came before we learned about the hacker competition. So you could just argue the point, it is a nomination ceremony. It is where someone is being nominated. My power protects me from a nomination one time. I want to use it now. I just don't think production would have stopped him from using it personally. But again, it's not like production is going to answer those questions. It's not like Alison Grodner wants to come do my show because these are the things I need to know.
And also, they, just like it is on the website, they're able to make changes whenever they want. Crystal B made a good point. Well, Bailey said that the hacker power would overpower her noms if she used her power. So at least it's universal that it would overpower any of them, not just his.
Oh yeah, I believe that's what they were told when it was being presented to them. Like hacker power supersedes app powers. Like you're gonna get screwed either way. So, and I also don't like we saw, Haley removed Scotty from the block. Now they're gonna go play POV. Somebody comes down, Scotty can just go right back up. So you didn't actually save anybody as the hacker. I mean, I guess sure. If you're giving them a little bit greater odds, but the fact that they're allowed to be the renom instantly again just seems stupid to me. But I take it back. It's too much power. It's not stupid.
And do we want to get into who's playing Vito then? Because you said I'm going to play Vito yet, or no?
Yes. So wait. So we said Tyler went up. He thinks people are pitting them against each other. So right. So now we are up to who is playing in POV today. So we have the nominees, which are Tyler and Rockstar, obviously Angela.
Hmm.
Then now Haley went and picked Casey, which we'll get into that in a second. And who were the other two?
Brett, Scotty.
Brett and Scotty. So, point being, the person that Haley, as the hacker, chose to go in and play today is KC. So, why do you think she turned around and now picked KC? Do you think she's trying to throw level 6 off? Or to make Tyler think it's someone on his side that actually has the power? Or do you just think, like, why would she do it? Doesn't make sense.
I think she's trying to throw the scent off of her. If she would have picked Fessy, for example, I think it would have been more obvious that maybe it was her. Casey, I don't think that there's any hate there against Casey, but I feel like she could be wanting Casey. She also may want Casey to win. Casey has a better chance of winning it than some of the other people. But with that lineup, Tyler does have a good chance to win the veto as well.
I think this is the best. I think, well, no, Brett hasn't won anything. Yes, I think this lineup gives Tyler a really good chance to win. Now, we know from Real Vegas on Twitter that the comp is going to be the ball balancing comp, which I'm confused on what the ball balancing comp is. I thought that meant like the roll it up the hill, run over, catch it, roll it up the hill, run over, catch it. Like I thought it was the running back and forth up and down the hill. But is that considered balancing a ball?
Maybe the one that Frankie and them did, they had to read
Oh, the
the
pulley thing.
reset. Well, the thing where you've got to walk across, they walked across like a shovel type thing with Frankie, remember? And then they hit the button for the reset right afterwards, and then he lost it, right?
Oh, right. Or Social Mari saying the ball in the tube, like OTT. Remember when they had to have the ball in the middle of the tube and go on the balancing beam, and then they had to tip the tube and put the ball in the thing at the end? That's probably the one Jason won. Right, right,
Oh,
right.
yes, that could be it. Yeah, there's a couple. I wish there was a little bit more specifics on that besides ball balance.
So big ass ox Brett is not going to do good in that.
No,
Scotty might do good in that.
he might. Yeah, I think Scotty and Tyler could do well in that one.
Angela could do good in that too. I don't think Rockstar is going to be good at balancing anything.
Casey, I don't know. Like with her background, she could be good at it, but in general, football players maybe are a little bit more bulky and fast than, I don't know.
Well, I think that's right. Good point, old broad. Angela was a gymnast. Oh God, this is going to be another Megan OTT argument on the feeds again. Would Scotty really use the veto on Tyler? Says Courtney J. I don't know. I feel like he would, but
He may.
but
And he
yeah.
can't be nominated. He can't be nominated if he does. So the only repercussion is people getting mad at him. He doesn't know who it is that has the hacker thing. So that may deter him from using it if he's scared of who will get mad at him for using it.
Exactly. But see, the reason I think he won't use it is because we know in private I met Morgan. What did I say, Megan? He has said he wants to backdoor Tyler privately. So I don't know why, if he has been saying privately that he wants to backdoor Tyler, that he would now turn around and save him. Uh I mean, we'll see. It would definitely be interesting. But look, here is what I want to happen. Like in my dream scenario, is just Tyler wins, takes himself off, because we know what Angela and Level 6 wants to happen is they want to backdoor Bailey. And that is what I want to see. I am here for it. I want 3 full days of full on meltdown Bailey. I want Bailey flipping out that she didn't get to play for POV and then she's been backdoored and that this is a travesty. I want 3-day feed shit show of Bailey losing her mind. That is what I would like to happen. But the only way that happens is if Tyler is removed.
Yeah.
If in any scenario it's Rockstar that gets removed, then Level 6 does not have the numbers to keep Tyler. It'll literally be in Haley, Fessy, Bailey and Scotty's hands as to what happens. Because with Bailey canceling one of the other side's votes or a vote for Tyler, you know what I'm saying, a vote for Tyler, they don't have the numbers.
I forget about who you do or don't like anybody watching or listening. That would be epic feeds. She would be amazing, especially against Rockstar. Can you imagine? That would be good feeds. I will agree.
Well, she keeps threatening. I mean, Bailey keeps threatening to, you haven't seen the real Bailey yet, and you don't want to push my button, and everybody's pushing my button, and you're going to get ready. You're not going to be able to handle the real Bailey. All I've been hearing about is how the real Bailey is not playing this game, and then when the real Bailey shows up, everyone is going to be terrified because it's going to be insane. Well, I'm ready to see it.
Well, and then when her and Rockstar went at it as well the other day after the Sam meeting in the kitchen, I mean, she was like, you know what I can do and you know what I will do. And so the two of them going at it, I'm sure that there'll be at least 1 to 2 more fights between the two of them if they were on the block together.
I love how Leslie says, I would have punched her.
Oh, no.
This is how Leslie plays Big Brother. Did you argue with me? I'm punching you.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And if you guys missed that clip, check out yesterday's show. Probably will be the show before this one. We have all the entire clip of Bailey and Rockstar going at it. I guess that said, I'm not going to play this whole clip because it's like 1 minute and 40 seconds. But for those of you that missed the latest drama with Bailey, here is a quick clip of what happened yesterday with Bailey and JC. So there's this. Hold on.
His name to I'm gay.
Happy PJ, I'm gay, love fish.
Ask.
Are they yours?
No, I'm literally eating them right now.
I was literally just gonna grab one and I put it back. Girl, listen, you have like some kind of like, I don't know, like temperament something. I don't even eat like that much. I literally was just gonna grab one. You can eat them all. God,
you can eat them all. I just wanted what? Ask! All right, look. Here's how I feel about this, Lindsay. I mean, Sam. Here's how I feel about this. Number one, I agree. If I'm eating something, I technically don't want you, like, coming over and sticking your hands in my food. So, like, I get it. Like, but basically, I think of it both ways. Like, I wouldn't love if that's, like, community chips that Bailey or any of them is just eating them directly out of their bags, sticking their hands all over all of the chips, so that when I want a chip, I'm eating it out of your bag. Just in the same way like it's gross that JC is like getting the chips. Let's just put the chips in a bowl.
Yeah. A lot of people in chat are saying that, and that's kind of my thoughts. Like, if it wasn't in your HOH basket and it's community, it's for the house, then take your share out. Mm-hmm. If you have an issue with somebody else sticking their hands in it while you're eating it, then maybe you should put it in a bowl.
I agree. Lady J says he's nasty, he never washes his hands, and he's always picking his nose. Right, I think they're all nasty. I don't want any of their hands all over my chips. However, I will say once again, horrible gameplay on Bailey's part, because all you did was just give JC another reason, fuel his fire to once again make yourself a bigger target. Because of course the first thing that JC did when that happened was he went right up to the HOH room, went to Angela and said, I don't care what needs to happen. I want Bailey out this week. Leave it to me. Whatever I have to do to get Bailey out of this house, I'm done with her. I want her gone. It's a social game. You just have to eat shit. Just eat shit or accept that you're going home.
Yeah, and what was funny, it was like watching the Gestapo or something, like, or the mob, the way that he was like, I'll just take care of it. Just leave it to me. I was cracking up. But my thing is, too, with the chips, would she have gotten that mad if it was somebody else? They've had off and on issues. the whole season, kind of.
I feel like Bailey's been snapping at everybody lately, so I'm pretty sure it wouldn't matter who it was. I think, again, Bailey keeps saying, I'm on the edge, someone's gonna push me, don't push my button, like, I can snap at anyone at any minute. So, yeah, I mean, did she continue on in that conversation being like, you would come into my HOH room, you would go to the bathroom, you would never ask me for anything, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, I mean, maybe it was fueled more because of that, but I feel like she's just been snapping on a lot of people lately.
Yeah, agreed. I just feel like there's a little bit of tension between her and JC already, anyhow. So it may have been a little bit worse. She may not have snapped as bad, but who knows?
Lawson Cruz says, I love how JC is always late on the plans, and when it goes that way, then he takes credit for it. Yeah, he does do that. And Crystal is saying maybe she's just having major hormonal spikes. She's not pregnant.
I don't think she's pregnant.
But here's my other thing, and somebody pointed this out, and look, I get it. There are a ton of Bailey haters. I'm very much trying to remain neutral-ish on Bailey, although I would love to see her backdoored and go. I don't really appreciate her game. But I did see somebody on Twitter say, like, when is the last time you've heard Bailey say please or thank you to anybody for anything? And I'm like, now that can't be true. Obviously, Bailey has said please or thank you for things. I just happened to have the feeds on last night, and, like, she's in the bathroom, and she's literally like this, Fessy, get me my towel. Fessy, I need my towel. Get me it. And then he gets it to her, and she's like, okay. Like, she didn't even say thank you. I was like, oh, God, maybe she doesn't say please and thank you. So now I've been, like, noticing when she talks to people, she really doesn't ever say please or thank you for anything. She just, like, demands stuff, which I didn't even realize that before.
Yeah, it's so frustrating for me because a lot of the people that I really liked going in, as I've watched their personalities in the house, I'm like, oh man, like Sam, Bailey, people I was rooting for. I was like, Winston, like people ended up being a bore, ended up not being people that I kind of connect with. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like there is a bit of a sense of entitlement maybe there. But again, maybe it is just a monthly thing and hopefully she'll be better in a few days. I don't know.
I don't think it's a monthly thing. She came in, her whole edit walking into this show was saying, I'm a princess, I deserve to be treated as a princess, I'm catered to. That's her thing. Clearly, that's her thing in life, is she is used to getting what she wants when she wants it, apparently. I don't know. I'm surprised she's lasted this long in the house. Now, that being said, I do not care for her game. I do not care for how she's treating people. However, I also don't feel like two wrongs make it right. Because I also did not love the fact that what Angela and kind of level 6 plan is that they were having Bailey sleep in the HOH room last night to make her feel really comfortable so that she, to make good TV is how they put it. They're like, let's invite Bailey up. We'll have her sleep in our bed. It'll make great TV for when I backdoor her at the POV ceremony. And then they're all kind of laughing at it. Like, I don't know. That just kind of rings to me of like, I'm not doing this for, like, strategic game reasons. I'm doing this because I'm gonna enjoy watching it hurt you.
I'm on the fence. I think it's kind of mean. I don't know if I would personally be able to do it, and I don't really like watching it, but this kind of gives me OTT vibes, which I really kind of enjoyed when they did that to the plastics. I'm sorry, but...
Well, and it destroyed Jason's game. That was what killed Jason's game, right? When he did that whole entire, like, just made up the thing for no reason, and then it backfired, and that's what cost Jason his game. So,
because they admitted it, so they didn't play it all the way through. But yes.
Right.
So if they get caught doing that, then it could be a bad thing, but there's enough of them in on it, maybe not, I don't know. But hey, if it makes the feeds fun, and, it's not...
I think people are misunderstanding me in the chat room. Like, I see unpopular opinion, I like the plan, but because I'm petty. I like the plan too. That's exactly what I said I wanted to see happen. I wanted the big game move to happen. I want Bailey backdoored. It was just the way they went about it, like, let's invite her up here to sleep on it. It's gonna make her feel so much more safe. So we'll, like, I think they said stuff like, we want it to crush her soul. I think Tyler was like, I want her soul crushed. I want it to be the worst feeling ever. Like, it wasn't just game plan. They didn't need to invite her up. They didn't need to make her feel like she's part of their alliance and like we're best friends. I mean, even Angela said to her, you know, if I can't win this game, I want you to be the first African-American winner ever. Completely unnecessary to say to her when you know your goal like is to just backdoor her. Like, you did not need to do that. And by the way, Angela, she's going to be in jury, you moron.
Yeah. It's a season of people not playing, like Sam, you know, talking to people and they're not playing the jury. They're not at all. I don't know.
No, I don't know. Like, Angela has not thought about the fact that Bailey's in jury. And P.S., Angela, the first juror. So you are going to send what is clearly going to be a very bitter Bailey to that jury. And then one by one, the people are going to come in. And if you magically make it to the end of this game where I could understand why people would want to drag your ass there, you are going to have one person after the other going into that jury where Bailey is going to be like, not having it. I see no way that Angela will win this game if she makes it to the end doing this to Bailey.
Depending on who the rest of the people are in jury and how influenced they can be by Bailey's opinion, yeah. But you never want to tick off the first person, especially because they're going to be able to go through each one. They've got the most time in there to think and talk to other people about what's happened. Yep. So, yeah, for sure. But, I mean, like I said, I'm on the fence about the tactics. I don't think I could do it. I think it's kind of too personal. I think it's mean. But I also do see where there can be some strategy to it, kind of like how they put somebody on slop multiple times and that drains them because they don't want them to be as good at comps.
Right.
But it's not as mean mentally. So,
It's just that they were, like, laughing at her about it. It wasn't like, we're doing this because this is the best gameplay. It was like, ha ha ha, we want to crush her soul. This is going to be so great to watch her devastated. They didn't have, like, most people, like, even Sam, in being nasty a lot of the times, at least will say, I do feel badly I'm ending your game. I do, like, I don't want to end anyone's game. It's sad. I know how much this means to me. It's sad that I'm taking away your game. This was just like, we can't wait for your game to be taken away, and we hope it's the most devastating, crushing blow of your whole entire life.
Yeah, that's pretty mean. And it's mob mentality. Like, once one of them starts, the rest of them keep on. And I've seen a lot this season with the mob mentality. So, and there's a lot of young people in this house, and it kind of shows.
Which is why I give a lot of credit to Bailey, who handles herself the way she does and is making these moves the way that she's making them and not looking to talk to other people about them.
You mean Haley?
I mean Haley. I can't wait until Bailey's gone, simply so I don't have to keep messing up the Lees. But, I mean, I will say, look, if the way Angela decides to play this, is to just go, look, Bailey, I know what I told you. I'm really sorry. We can't let the power remain in the house. I think if you were in my position, you would have done the same exact thing. So I'm really sorry, Bailey. I have to put you on the block. If that's the way she goes about it, all right, at least it'll send Bailey into jury thinking that. But I have a feeling that Angela's going to be catty about it. And even worse, I have a feeling that Angela, now that she has had this snarky DR against Rachel, which production loved and social media loved, and now production is aware that we loved for the drama of it, now they're going to keep egging Angela on to keep doing these catty DR goodbye messages. So my fear for her game is if she gives some catty-ass message to Bailey before sending her off to jury, Again, stupid move on Angela's part, but we'll see.
Yeah, not good gameplay. And like Lainey's girl said in chat, Angela is still bashing other people that are out of the house. I mean, there's no reason at this point that they should be doing that. They should be moving on, and their goodbye messages should be sweet as pie with a big old smile on your face, and say, work up some tears if you have to, and say, I'm so sorry that you're gone. It's a game. This is how it worked out, but I hope we're friends outside the house. Don't mess up your chances with the jury.
I completely agree. I think that these people, well, I mean, we'll see, and we don't know. We're guessing what Angela's gonna do, but, we'll see what she does. In all of the chaos, though, like in all of the chaos, and I wanted to play this clip yesterday because it's one of my favorites. So this is Scotty's reaction to finding out about the hacker comp and the votes and what's going on. So this is kind of Scotty's reaction, which if you guys missed it, it's only a few seconds, but this is brilliant. So here is this clip. Boop.
I'm so confused. I have no clue what's going on. I just want you guys to know, if I end up winning this, I am the worst Big Brother winner ever, because I have no fucking clue what's going on. And it's great.
I just love how he's like, I have no clue what's going on, and if I win this game, just know I have no clue what's going on. But it's great.
I can't hate him. He's such a dork, and I kind of love him for it. Like, he really... I feel like he has changed the least in the house versus what we saw before he went into the house. And Correct. I feel like regardless if he wins or not, he'll be the same when he gets out. He's been consistent. He's goofy, and I just like him. He's entertaining to me.
He is. He's totally adorable. I think he's not afraid to make moves. I asked the other day on Twitter, and I think people thought I was being shady. I've always liked Scotty. But I was confused because I was like, why do you all like Scotty? Most of the time, people don't like the people that I like. So I was asking, why do you all like Scotty? Because he really hadn't done a lot at that point in the game. And everybody let me know all the reasons they like Scotty. From he's our virgin king to he's not afraid to make moves. And I agree. I love that he's not afraid to make moves. I love that he's like out there just doing his thing.
And I could be wrong, but has he been involved in a lot of the like personal attacks or bashing? I haven't seen a lot of that. I feel like he's kind of stayed out of that to an extent as much as he can.
Well,
still have relationships, but I'm not sure. I haven't fully seen everything, of course.
He was bashing someone last night. I haven't heard him bashing house guests, but him and Tyler last night were talking about the Zing bot, and Scotty kept saying, oh God, I hope they don't bring Kathy Griffin back in the house because I don't like her and I don't find her funny. To which case I say, Scotty, I will kill you.
Oh, we need to make that connection afterwards and bring him around to being a Kathy fan.
We clearly have to bring him around to being a Kathy. How are you not a Kathy Griffin fan, Scotty? What is wrong with you?
Kathy's a friend of Big Brother. He can't dislike Kathy.
Exactly.
I wonder if she's seen that.
I'm pretty sure she hasn't seen it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she hasn't. I mean, why would she? I was gonna take a video of it, but I was like, nah, it's not worth it.
No. Yeah, I mean, I know that she doesn't have time to sit down and watch Big Brother 24/7, but I know that she appreciates Big Brother and she kind of likes it. So
yeah, she's a Big Brother fan. Her, Lance Bass, there's a lot of them that love
Shane Dawson.
Shane Dawson, yes. Scotty bashes past house guests and he admits it and says to at him. He does?
Oh God, he is Andy. I'm telling you, he's Andy. I know that there's so many parallels, but that's totally an Andy thing to do.
I have not heard him bash any. So he's not bashing anybody from his season. He's bashing previous season's house guests. All right, well, I missed it.
And it's almost I don't know. I just can't get mad at him for bashing other people. I haven't heard what he said about the past house guests, but I feel like he would do it in an almost funny way.
Oh, I'm sure it is funny.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that he says he was like snarky on Twitter before. I know he was like a huge Big Brother fan and would always say, I was in there, I was in the Twitter fights, I was part of all of it. Like, I know that he has said all of that before, so I think it's great.
Oh my gosh, he is going to be retweeting pictures of Rockstar Haley in bathing suits with a memorial thing in a few seasons. Watch.
Oh, of course he will. 100% he will. He's very Andy. I think he's Andy maybe, though, in like a little bit more of a likable Andy way, maybe. But I agree with you. He is very Andy.
Yeah, I tried to see differences, but I see more and more parallels as the days go on.
Yeah, he is kind of very Andy-ish. I do agree with that. So, I mean, I think, like, what is the outcome that you're hoping for to happen with today's HOH, POV? Like, my dream scenario is that Tyler wins. What do you hope happens?
I wish I could disagree because I'd rather argue with you about it, but I would like Tyler to win and him to come down and for Bailey to go up. I don't necessarily care if Bailey leaves, but I think that it would be great feeds. I think it would be interesting to see her and Rockstar on the block together. And as much as people think that Tyler is like a production favorite or this or that, he's playing a good game. Him and Haley and maybe Scotty are probably playing some of the best games in the house, in my opinion. And he deserves to keep staying. You know, if he loses, he loses, whatever. But I'd like to see him win.
I don't get it. I seriously do not get it. I don't understand how the same people that say that they hate Angela for not doing anything are the same people who say that they hate Tyler for playing the game so hard. It's like, it doesn't make sense. So what do you want to happen? Do you want someone to play or do you want someone not to play? Like, I don't get it.
I really think they did him a disservice too by putting him on this show that comes on after, because that really formed, you know, fans' opinions about him. But yeah, I mean, I feel like he is playing hard. I think that he kind of deserves it at this point to win and stay a little bit longer at least.
Lady J says, I want Scotty to win and not pull Tyler down. Well, I think that is what would happen. I'm not sure that Scotty would make the move to save Tyler because I don't know. I feel like it would be directly going against the Hive. It would be directly going against people like Haley and Fessy and Bailey. So
Tyler would really have to do some convincing and promising, and they'd probably have to involve other people. It would take a lot of work for Tyler to get Scotty to use it, in my opinion.
And I mean, Bailey would probably go to Scotty and say, if you don't use it, I'll use my power to keep all of us safe next week. Or even if Bailey is on the block against anybody, I kind of feel like that's going to be her pitch. Like, don't kick me out of the house to, like, the Hive. Keep me in this game. I will use the power to keep us safe next week. Although, are you really with the hacker competition in play?
Yeah, and I mean, she really should, now that everybody in the house knows about it, she really should use it to her advantage, just like I felt that Sam should have used it to her advantage, instead of winning that HOH and putting people up. She should have kept her hands clean and used it as an advantage to get people on her side.
I agree. Lawson Cruz says, nowadays, if you're playing the game, it automatically means you're a production favorite. Paul had the same allegations. Look, Paul definitely got helped by production. I can't sit here and say Paul with his friendship-ass bracelets didn't get protected by production. We 100% did. But that's my whole point. Tyler really hasn't gotten any of that. All Tyler got was one app, which we could argue is the shittiest of all the apps. We're never going to know what the other apps were, but he got the worst-ass one.
Yeah, and any returning player gets some sort of an advantage no matter what. They always do. Now, what do we think about if Casey wins it?
She's saving Tyler. I think every single person in level 6 is saving Tyler without a doubt.
So maybe it would be best if Casey won it. She can't go up. Not that I think that she'd be a nomination anyways. And then Bailey would go up and we would have crazy fun feeds for the rest of the week.
Wait, say it again.
Casey wins, pulls
Right.
Tyler off.
Right.
Bailey goes up, and we'd have crazy fun feeds with Rockstar versus Bailey, and just the whole house kind of a mess. And it gives Casey a win.
Yeah, I mean, if we're looking to give Casey a win, then yeah, I agree with it. It just makes me a little bit scared. I would rather in order to guarantee that Tyler comes down for a Bailey backdoor, Tyler needs to win it. So that's the only reason I don't really want anyone else to win it but Tyler. But yeah, my hope is that if Casey, Brett, or Angela end up winning this, that they would save Tyler. But I also heard Brett and I forget who else. Maybe it was Angela? Or maybe it was Brett and Casey. But they were basically bashing Tyler last night and being like, you know, Tyler does need to get out of this game, and can we really trust Tyler, and blah, blah. Like, they were not on the Tyler train last night, which I thought was shocking as well. So I pretty much feel like the fact that last week Casey and Angela were the two people that completely filled Tyler in, helped him, exposed everything, makes me feel that they are very loyal to him and would want to save him. My hope is that so would Brett, because it's not the same as when Tyler didn't use it on him last week. When Tyler didn't use it on him last week, that was the other side of the house being in power. Now, Brett's side and level 6, they're the ones in power. And if he doesn't save Tyler, they're losing another number. So this isn't about, you know, you anyway hurting your game or helping your game by not using it. You're hurting your game if you don't use it. You're losing another number.
Yeah. And it's the old thing of, you know, we need to get this person out, but when is too soon? When is too late? So, you know, and some people end up skating by. Ben Gottatin made a good point. I actually saw this. Did you guys hear Tyler's plan C? If veto is not used, accuse Scotty and Rockstar of being brother and sister. There's a video clip of it. I believe a social media mogul that we know actually posted it earlier today.
Who?
Maximus' mom.
Oh, okay.
A social media mogul.
I was like, who the hell is a social media mogul?
I think it was her that posted it. Yeah, he was talking about, I will accuse. I think he was speaking to Casey.
Tyler's plan C. Okay, hold on. I got it right here. Okay, so here. Who is talking? Okay, here is that clip.
Stay the same, me and Rockstar. I'd have a house meeting. I'd tell everyone that there's some certain similarities between a couple people that some people seem to overlook. And Angie, A-N-G-I-E, and Scotty, C-O-T-T-I-E, they have the same exact nose. Rockstar never says her last name. She has this family that she can't talk about contractually. And Scotty would never vote against her because they're brother and sister.
They do have the exact same nose.
Because they're brother and sister, and she never says her last name.
Oh boy. This is as smart of a plan as I've ever heard from Tyler. This is almost as smart as the I'm going to pretend like I'm best friends with Scotty in order to get you to put him on the block instead of me.
Yeah, and this is where it comes in, like, is Tyler losing it because he's on the block, or is he not the player we thought he was, or is everybody else not that great in the house that he's just been doing well? I don't know. I kind of had to watch that. It's like, is he serious? I didn't see this surrounding before and after. Like, is that a serious thing that he really wants to do, or is he joking?
I have a feeling it's probably serious.
It seemed like it, but I'm kind of hoping I'm playing devil's advocate. Like, was he joking? Was there any giggle or laugh like that could have indicated?
Lacey Girl says it's plan C, not plan B. Shawana says, no, he just has slot brains. And BB Hyde says that was the last ditch effort plan after 2 other plans.
Well, we need a plan D. Because
we need a new plan, because that is a hard... And poor Rockstar, man.
She just keeps getting blamed. I do. I've got to feel for
I
her.
feel a little bad for her at this point. I mean,
Tyler's going to get the pots and pans. It's coming.
she cannot handle one more person making up some dumbass story lie against her ass.
Oh my God, during the Sam meeting, when she was like, "You don't understand, Sam. You haven't been personally attacked, and not on your daughter's birthday. You weren't personally attacked by somebody in the house, and he's still here. He could make up another lie about me." I was dying. That was like the highlight after the Sam stuff. That
Yeah.
was great.
When we interview Rockstar, I just want to flat out make up lies about her.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Like, oh, I love your green hair, Rockstar. Like, just simple things like that. Just
I just want to like make up complete lies about Rockstar and just like slide them in during the show and just see if she realizes it all.
Oh, I think I can say this on here, but isn't she the one that said that there's other stuff outside the house? I'm not going to say what it is just in case. So maybe she'll have the other stuff to keep calm and relax.
I believe what you're referring to is the fact that yesterday on the feeds, Tyler was trying to comfort Rockstar and said, "I feel bad that you crying all the time in the house. I hope you're not like this outside of the house." And Rockstar's reply was, "Of course I'm not like this outside of the house. Outside of the house, there's dick and weed."
Exactly what I was thinking, but I was going to leave it up to you to say that part. Yeah, so maybe before the interview, you can shoot her a little email that says, "Make sure you get some dick and weed before doing the interview," because this may get kind of fun.
Yeah, and just be like, "How you doing today, Rockstar? Have you had your fill of dick and or weed?"
Yeah, exactly.
Good. All right, then we are able to continue.
We can proceed with this interview.
And if you were unaware of that, then clearly you're not following me on Twitter at Reality Recaps, where I tweeted it, or at BB20 Live Feeds, our 24/7 live feed updaters. You should be following both. And I should also say, since we're here before I forget quickly, if you're interested in being a live feed updater, yourrealityrecaps.com/updaters. We are looking for a few more updaters to come on board. You get to watch the feeds for free, win prizes for being a live feed updater. So I know some of you were saying you wanted to do that but missed the first round. Well, it's opened up again. So yourrealityrecaps.com/updaters if you want to be an updater.
Exactly.
So yeah, I liked when Fessy wrote "Happy Birthday." I forget what his brother's name is. It's like Emily or Imanol. Imran. Okay, I was
Imran.
not even close. So he wrote "Happy Birthday, Imran" on the board, and then JC went in and took out the Ron part and put "gay." So it ended up being "Happy Birthday, I'm gay, love Fessy."
How could he do that on his brother's birthday? He's
How
such a
could
rock
he do
star.
that on his brother's birthday? I
That's
mean,
gonna be, Devin has a daughter. It's going to be on my daughter's birthday.
on my daughter's birthday. I have to say, like, it is. Like, I don't really love JC, and I don't like a lot of things he does, but sometimes some of the stuff he does crack me up, and that was one of the things that cracked me up. Because he was right in the middle.
Yeah.
He was right in the middle of a conversation. Like, he was talking to Rockstar, and he's like, "Hold on 1 minute," and he just walks out of the room, and you just hear click, click, click. You, like, see all the needles coming back in, and then it just starts forming the word "gay," and then Rockstar's just like...
Oh my God.
It was so great.
He's surprised me, and he's been more level-headed than I thought that he was going to be. But yeah, he doesn't miss a beat, really. Like, but he is always late to the party on ideas. But he doesn't miss a beat when it comes to like conversations, arguments, etc. That he's pretty good at.
I agree. Blanca Boo 2 says, "Have you noticed how Haley is all over Fessy again?" I have. I mean, Haley was all over everyone yesterday. Like, after she won that hacker comp and put Tyler up, she was sticking to Tyler like glue for a good long time. People said that it was making her look suspicious. I didn't think it was making her look suspicious. But she made her round. She went to every single person, was grilling them if it was them, was it not them, swearing that it wasn't her. And then she ended up, like you said, she's been sticking to Fessy like glue for the past 24 hours, which is weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like her gamer is coming out in her, and she's playing the game. I don't know how sincere all of it is. I think it's gameplay.
Mm-hmm. Courtney J says, I know it's her gameplay. She isn't making herself look good. Oh, I disagree. I don't know. I don't think that's making her look bad by sticking to Vessi. That's probably the person she's closest with in the game. I mean, clearly she's not trusting him with her hacker secret, but that doesn't mean that's still not the person that she's closest with in this game, because it is. Susie says, don't feel bad for Fessy because last night Fessy asked Rockstar if he was going to get a lot of females after the show.
I love how they all think that every season.
I don't know. James, Captain Camo apparently was able to, so.
Some of them do, but hey, quality over quantity, in my opinion.
Oh,
Sorry.
100% I say quality over quantity. 100%. I saw a leak that said the Veto comp is almost the same as the BB-17 Squirrels comp, where you have to roll the ball 250 times. Yeah, I mean, we don't know. All the spoiler said was that it involved balancing ball. We already discussed it earlier. There are definitely several options of balancing balls that it could be. Senile Abroad says, Sambot, are you saving all the guys so that you can have them for yourself?
Well, my brother, he was hurt by somebody, and guys just can't help themselves, so I just feel really bad for them. And I know that I would be better for them than some girls because they like to take advantage of the boys.
Hold on.
Yeah.
The reason that she is this anti-girl while saying she's pro-girl crazy is because somebody hurt her brother?
I don't know if it was a single person or what, but when she was in the HOH and talking to Caitlyn, I think,
right,
she was saying, oh, well, my brother, I've seen him hurt. I don't know if it was plural girls or just a girl, and I didn't like watching it, et cetera, and these are boys in the house. They can't help it. And she may have said men, I don't know, men or boys, whatever, male gender, and they couldn't help themselves, but the girls can. So the girls should act perfect because God forbid that, somebody do something to you or whatnot because you're taking advantage or wearing the wrong clothing.
Della G says, Sam is jealous too, but yes, I heard broken heart with her brother. Interesting.
Yep.
Yeah, that's very interesting. She's not a girl's girl, no. And I think that having Sam on this show is going to be something else. I can't wait. The two people that I feel at this moment are going to be the hardest interviews on this show are going to be Sam and Bailey. They're literally the two I am dreading.
Yeah, I can see that. Sam, it's going to be hard not to make it personal, I have a feeling. And the thing is, though, with Sam is she's nice, she's polite, she keeps a smile on her face. So I don't think that it'll be that hard. I think that she'll be personable and be able to relate in some sort of way.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure she will look for a relatable way.
Yeah.
And I mean, I can't do anything wrong in her eyes anyway. I'm a guy. I can't help it.
Does that count for you, too? How does that work?
Yeah, it counts for me, too. What does that mean?
You know what I mean? I don't
Oh,
mean it
no,
that
I want to
way.
hear you say it, Sam. Are you saying
What
because
I
I'm
mean
gay,
is-
I'm not a man?
Like, does it count? Like, that, how would she interpret that? Seriously, like, not joking, from the things she said, how would she interpret that? Would it be the same?
Well, hold on one second. Oh, I still have a penis. I think I'm a man.
I know you have, well, I don't, that's just wrong. Seriously, think about it for a minute. If she thinks
I'm
that.
sorry. Wait, did you just say my penis is wrong?
No, stop it. We are not going back to the button thing. It's not happening. You're not doing this to me. We're not doing the button thing again.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, honestly, think about this. How would she interpret that? Would she think that it's the same because she feels like the man should be hard at work, the woman should be at home, or the woman can be independent and work too, but that the man can't help himself? How do you think she'd interpret that? I'm kind of curious. Like, Are we allowed to ask her that?
I think penis supersedes sexual preference in Sam's hierarchy.
Probably. I wonder if we could word that properly to ask that and not be offensive towards her.
Well, if anybody can figure out the way to word that correctly, you can, and I'll ask it.
All right, I'll think about it. I'm going to add that to the list because I'm curious. I'm curious if she thinks that it's, because she's a welder, she's a strong woman. How does that fit in her ideas of what a woman is and how she thinks other women should act? So is it good for her or not good? Do you get what I'm saying? It seems to be.
I get what it's saying. She is an oxymoron, hyperbole wrapped in a riddle. It makes no sense how she is doing a quote-unquote man's job, but then says that she's fighting for women's rights, but then will also actively work against women's rights while doing the same exact things that she says are the things that she's fighting against or doesn't like someone for. It doesn't make any sense to me what the hell Sam's doing.
Exactly. So at the end of the interview, after you've gotten everything done, we should have a few questions to clear it up. And not even meaning in a bad way. I'm totally confused by what she meant. And maybe she's not that great at explaining herself, but it makes me wonder. Mm-hmm. That's what makes me ask that question, because what does she think of that then? I don't think I've heard her say anything about it, but it makes me wonder.
Starlet in the chat room says, Sam talked about her lesbian experiences. She said she was taught to be ashamed of it. I did not see that.
Okay, I didn't see that either, but the fact that she said she was taught to be ashamed of it, I kind of am seeing maybe a different perspective. Maybe this is the stuff that has been pushed down her throat, and she's kind of confused. She's kind of confused about what she thinks a woman should or shouldn't be, or should or shouldn't be allowed to do, or if a man can or can't help himself. Maybe she's kind of wrestling with her own thoughts on it.
Starlet says she was talking to JC about it. Okay, well, Social Mari confirms it. Social Mari says, not that I don't believe you, Starlet, but Social Mari is confirming it, so I would believe then that it happened. Blanca Boo says she had one with one girl. Well, see, that's weird, because the other night, after Sam's house meeting that went off the rails, she was like, I was always taught to be open about my feelings and be very expressive and not hold anything back. And I was told to, cry was okay and always be open and honest and all of that. So that seems like a extreme contradiction to I was trying to talk about an experience I had with someone and then told I should be ashamed of it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think Sam's just playing everyone. I think Sam is just like pathological liar and playing everyone.
Yeah, I mean, after hearing that, though, it makes me kind of wonder, is she confused? And I don't mean about her sexuality. I mean, is she confused in general about how to act? And is she just kind of learning? Because maybe she's been in this small town forever and she doesn't have a lot of different opinions or people to look at and change her opinion on things. So,
right, clearly she does that.
Yeah, maybe she's kind of confused. Oh, God, now I'm going to have to analyze her and watch her all the time. It's going to drive me nuts.
Rochester guy says Sam's upbringing is very conservative. Appalachia is key to understanding her definition of strong woman. The cultural and religious place emphasizes on being subservient to males.
Yeah, I can see that. It's similar in certain areas where I've lived in Pennsylvania. Certain mindsets are very similar to that.
Yeah. Well, then, I don't know. You would think that the Big Brother house would open up her mind to it a little more. I don't know. That's what at least we would hope happen when you're in the Big Brother house. That's why I always give people a second chance when they're outside the house. I never really care how they act in the house, even if they're mean, horrible monster people, because I think, or what I hope would happen, is once they get out from the camera, out from the spotlight, back into the real world, and take a day, a week, a little bit of time to process everything that they just experienced, maybe in some way that's going to change their thought processes or how they treat people. So I always like to give everybody a second chance, you know, once they're out of the house. And sometimes I'm so surprised about people, and then sometimes people just stick right with the same exact thing they always did.
I totally agree. I hope that when she comes out of the house, I hope that it is just confusion. And because I loved her going in, and I see that somebody in chat asked, why would you hate her for that? I don't hate her for how she's been brought up, but I grew up in the South, and I grew up in a small town in northern Pennsylvania that has very specific views on how people should be. But I'm not like that because I took time to research and look into people and have great empathy for people that are not the same as me. So I can give it as a pass to a certain extent for certain things, but not for everything, and not until you're like 30, 40, 50, 60 years old, you know?
Right, at this point, she should have to know something more than what she knows. But let me ask you this. You said you have to go, right? I'm sorry. I forgot what the time was. You said you needed to go.
Now.
Okay, but before we let you go, Sam, is it true that you are going to be coming back on later tonight for game night?
Yes, there is going to be cahoots. I would say right around 10 p.m. Look for the tweet. It's Sephi_Triaxis on Twitter. So feel free to, you don't have to follow or anything. You can just check around 10 p.m. I don't care.
Of course.
I'll be tweeting it out.
Yes, I will be retweeting it out. If you didn't see it, I will be retweeting it. Of course, I will be there with all of you guys for game nights, which are officially back. If you don't know what they are, it's where we do trivia games and just play games all night long. It is very fun thing. And you get to interact and play the games along with everybody here. Sometimes we do prizes, but not all the time. Lindsay, aka Sam, thank you so much for coming and guesting in on this show.
You're welcome. I just have one thing to say. Senile Old Broad was asking if Sam's going to be doing it. Senile Old Broad has gotten very demanding today.
Wow.
She's the one at the beginning of the show, remember? She was like, why is her mouth not moving?
Yes, she's very demanding.
I love you, Senile Old Broad. I'm just kidding. That cracks me up. She wants my mouth to move, and she wants me to be on later doing cahoots.
Perfect. Sam?
Yes. Bye, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Thank you very much.
You've been deleted. Bye. Bye, Sam. All right, everybody. So, unless any of you guys have any more questions for me, I will wrap this show up until later tonight, but I do have a little more time. If any of you guys in the chat room, I will take some chat room questions from you guys or comments. Oh boy. Okay, hold on. The leaker. Who is the leaker? Oh, that was Real Vegas for sure is the one who tweeted it. ZZ says, I'm sorry I'm late. I'm sorry I'm late, but I will watch from the beginning. Benefits of subscribing. Yes, it is. If you guys subscribe here on YouNow, you can watch the shows back live anytime you want. You don't have to wait for me to post them on the website. Okay, that person's blocked. Done with them. Hi, Eric, and we love you. I love you too, Abby Love. BB18JJ wants to know, Eric, who do you hope wins? I thought I said it. I hope Tyler wins. If you're talking about who do I hope wins POV, I hope that Tyler is the winner of the POV. What time is game night tonight, says Diane? It'll be around 10 p.m. Eastern. So, oh God. I forgot what Lindsay's Twitter is and how to spell it. I'm sure she'll put it in the chat room, or someone can put it in the chat room, but either just follow her on Twitter or here on YouNow, or just follow me on Twitter. I will retweet it when she goes live, but it'll be around 10 p.m. Eastern. Bull79 says, why is Haley attracted to Fessel? You want me to explain to you the way love works? I have to explain to you about the birds and the bees? Sometimes there's a bee, and sometimes a bee falls in love with a bird, and they end up sitting on top of a pineapple, and then they both drink the pineapple juice, and then apparently that makes each other fall in love with them, and then a little baby bee grows inside the bird's belly, and then I'm assuming that they just sting their way out, and it's really painful, and that's why labor hurts, and you have to get an epidural, and then you have a baby. Pretty sure that's the way it works. Don't ask me. I don't ever have to work with those parts. Did Haley have to tell them whose vote she wanted to cancel before the veto is played? I have no idea, Karen. I have no idea. I don't think that's something we would ever know. Any quick thoughts on Angela's HOH, says Our Town. I don't like her. I don't know how much clearer I can be. I don't really care for Angela. I think she's playing a personal game. I think she's playing a mean game for no reason. I think the fact that she turned against Rachel, someone that she was with from day 2, makes no sense to me. Just because of what? Just because of one thing that Tyler said? I don't know. The whole thing doesn't make any sense to me. Eric... oh my god, I cannot keep up with this chat. Eric, Becca found out that she won the feature. Oh, great. I'm glad Becca found out that she won. Oh, not the POV. Who do you want to win the whole game? I want Tyler to win the whole game. At this point, I really was rooting for Bailey until she just... Oh, no, I'm sorry. I want Haley to win. Haley or Tyler. I mean, I hate to use the word deserves to win at any point. I mean, I guess Tyler at this point deserves it more than Haley, but I would say a Tyler win or a Haley win at this point, I would be thrilled with. I don't like how Haley, I'm glad I caught you live. I'm glad you caught us live too. Haley all the way. Did you think that there will be a double or a triple eviction soon? There is no way there can be. There are not enough people to have a double eviction. So unless we're getting a jury buyback, I don't see any way that we're getting a double eviction happening. Shawana says, I didn't think I would like Tyler, but I hope he wins the game. Senile Abroad says there will be a Tyler exposed party eventually. Okay, we got that question. Angela never really liked Rachel from the beginning. That's true, Kistleby. Flandering Charming, and thank you for becoming a subscriber, by the way, yesterday, says, what's wrong with Angela? When Rachel said that, I died laughing and it was hilarious. I hope that becomes like a new phrase for Big Brother. I hope in the way that expect the unexpected is a thing. I hope what's wrong with Angela becomes like a new thing that we use in previous seasons. Like anytime that somebody like doesn't understand what's going on in the game, or the way like somebody's treating them, or it seems like something's up or someone's being fishy, I hope the new thing is what's up with Angela. And Angela is a boring, mean girl, says Lainey's girl. Well, I agree with you. But look, do you know what's not mean or boring? Me hanging out and talking with you guys for our own little mini after show in 1 minute. So don't worry you now. I'm not going to go away. I'm just going to super quickly end this for the YouTube people by reminding you, you can see all of these shows back at yourrealityrecaps.com/bb20, as well as getting flashback times, reading Becca's blogs, the house guest interviews shows when they're there. It'll all be over on the website. Of course, subscribing here on YouNow at yourrealityrecaps.com/YouNow is what will let you get alerted when the shows go live, or you can subscribe to support us. You could also become a patron at yourrealityrecaps.com/patron for all the patron exclusives, or you could always do a one-time donation at yourrealityrecaps.com/PayPal. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow or at game night later tonight, the 4th of August. Bye for now, everybody. Bye.